Hey, I'm Helena and I run a travel blog on Squarespace with over 1.6 million yearly page views. I've been using Squarespace for 5 years for myself and for clients, and on this channel I'm going to start sharing clear step-by-step tutorials to help you blog confidently on Squarespace. So let's jump in. In this video today, I'm going to show you how to implement alt text on your blog images on your Squarespace website. Alt text is short for alternative text, and it is primarily an accessibility feature. It's something that helps people with any kind of impairment to be able to understand what is on your website if they are not able to visually see images. But it's also a great SEO tool as well. It is a way that shows Google and other search engines how accessible your website is. And it also helps search engines to understand what's going on your page, what images are showing, and how they are linked to the topic that you're talking about. So I'm just going to walk you through how to add alt text on Squarespace. There is also loads of great ways to add alt text. If it's something that you really struggle with writing, I would highly recommend using some kind of AI to assist you with that, to help you write really well optimized alt text. Here is a draft example of a blog post that I wrote recently for my own website. So this first photo here, if you've been to Dubrovnik, you'll know that this is Dubrovnik Old Town. And I will drop this image in as normal. And when you double click on the image, this little menu here appears. So underneath you've got the file name, which is the name and the location, name and correct naming terms for images on your blog. And underneath that is this image alt text section. And Squarespace does tell you here, describe your image to improve accessibility and SEO. So you can even click on this page here and just learn a little bit more from Squarespace about why alt text is so important, both from an accessibility point of view and from a SEO point of view. So from here, I would write in this box, in this text box, I would write something like, an image taken from the top of a mountain, looking down on the walled old town of Dubrovnik, with orange rooftops and many houses on the hillside surround the town. The sea is clear and many shades of blue on a sunny, clear day. Something like that. I might add a bit more detail in there. But the key part of that is that you have included a part of your keyword, which is Dubrovnik. So that's how you're showing search engines that how your image on your page is related to the topic that you're writing about. And I think this is a big issue that people often run into for SEO. Don't be tempted to just stuff your main keyword into this alt text space, because this is old practices and bad practices, and there's nothing that's helpful from an accessibility point of view, and Google has gotten incredibly smart. And if you're just going to put the keyword into the alt text space 10 times on a blog post because you've got 10 images, that is essentially keyword stuffing. But what you can do is make your images more accessible. When there is alt text, it's easier for them to be indexed. They can show up in search results. It means that people who are using your website are more easily able to understand and access what you're writing about. There's obviously so many people who are online and using your blog that you want as many people as possible to be able to understand what you're talking about. So once you've filled in this space here, click out and you'll see it save briefly, and then that's it. That's automatically saved on that image. So if you go back to it, you can see there's text there. To make sure that you do that for every single image in your article. So again, you would go through here, scroll down, add your alt text in here. And when you're done, make sure that you exit out of your article here, and everything is automatically saved. And this isn't something that's just important for your actual blog post itself. You can also do this with any image on your website. So if you go to your home page, for example, you're likely to have images on your home page, and alt text works exactly the same way. So if I edit the home page of my website, I have this big banner image at the top of Kyoto. Again, I would double click it and it brings up the information here, and I would fill out that alt text there. And again, you're just describing the image. If you're able to get in a keyword there like travel, that really indicates obviously that your website is about travel, that's great. But the key thing with alt text is to make sure that you are focusing on accessibility and how that alt text feature is intended to be used, which is not for stuffing SEO keywords in there. So I hope this was helpful. Give this video a like if you found this useful, and don't forget to subscribe for more Squarespace tips and tricks.